All right, so we just read about the idea of switch statements. And there's a lot of programming languages that have specific functions for switch statements. Python does not, just because the Python if, elif type of statements resemble so much like a normal switch statement. And we saw that in the very introductory video. If you watch that, Corey had talked a little bit about switch statements and just how easy it is to use if, elif type statements to create the same thing. But if you really wanted to create something very similar to a switch statement, we can use dictionaries to do that, right? So this knowledge check was about taking this same functionality we have here in this if and elif type statement and turning it into a switch statement like functionality using a dictionary. And we could do that. We could do it as I have done here, where each key value in this dictionary represents the month value, and then we have the specific path for that. And in fact, we have all these F statements, which we do not need because we're not actually injecting code within the string itself. So now we could always access any of these we could use path files. Now you do know we can do indexing with the normal bracket. So if I wanted to get, let's actually do this, month equals 4, and I could for month, and I see I get this path. The problem with this now is if month equals 13, right? Basically, we don't get anything but a key error, right? So to work around this, what we can use is the get, right? We want to get some key value pair, right? So I could say get month, and if month is not in there, then I want to say invalid month. You can see now, since 13 is not a key value within my dictionary, I get invalid month. But if I were to go ahead and switch this to 12, I would now get the appropriate path that aligns to the key 12. If I want to get the path that aligns to the key 6, we could just change month and we get that. Now, in this case, since this code is so similar, it's much easier and probably more efficient and practical to use a traditional if, elif type branching methodology. Now, if these key values were much different, we had very different paths, and you couldn't replicate it within an if, elif, then doing this type of a dictionary to use as a switch statement could be appropriate. So it all depends on the use case at hand.